Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to Castaway. This is a donation reward for Sweet Venom, and is a movie that I obviously know of, but have just somehow never seen. This is starring Tom Hanks, and I don't know like every detail, but I know the gist of the movie is dude becomes stranded on a deserted island, um, starts to slowly lose his sanity, and makes friends with a beach ball he names Wilson, which I think is just the name of the brand. um, it's a very, very famous film, and yeah, it's something I've just never gotten around to seeing. Well, we're changing that today. Um, I noticed though that the runtime is 2.5 hours. I'm like, why? Um, from what I know of the movie, it doesn't seem like it should be that long. It doesn't seem like it needs to be that long. Why does a movie about being stranded on a deserted island, why 2.5 hours? Seems like it's a little overly long. But I don't know. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it's paced really well. Excuse me. I couldn't say because I haven't seen it. But we're going to give it a shot. So let's just get right into this and hope for the best. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the movie. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. This year has been wild for some of these reactions that we've gotten to. Like looking at my list here, we have had 2 movies that I have reacted to this year, both from technically from last year, but I reacted to them this year. 2 movies that have entered my very few films I consider perfect. And now 2 more movies that are exceptionally close to that. Because earlier this year we reacted to Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is exceptionally close to being perfect. And it's not so much that there's an issue or something stopping it from being so in my eyes. It's just I just don't quite see it as that good. You know what I mean? And the same can definitely be said of Castaway. It is so obnoxiously close to being perfect for me, but it's just, again, it's not anything wrong with the film. It's more like I watch it and it's just not quite there for me, and I can't explain exactly why. Because this movie is phenomenal. This is often I've seen this on multiple like best movies of all time lists, and I can very clearly see why. This movie is absolutely like stunningly well made. Like, obviously, Tom Hanks is an amazing actor. We all know that. Robert Zemeckis has made some great movies. We know that. But there's just something surprising about how good this is. Like, because I'm one of those people, you guys know this, my opinions don't always mesh with the wider opinion on things. When people really love something, there's a lot of times where I don't, and there's a lot of times where I really love something that a lot of people, most people even, don't. Um, but it's like everything that they did in this movie was just right, was just fantastic. Most of the movie is just spent following this dude on an island to almost no music, just trying to survive. And it holds your attention the entire time. It keeps you invested in every single moment because everything beforehand built him up. It built up his character, it built up his connection to Kelly. Everything was built up in a way to where it's like you are so actively rooting for him to survive. To not only survive, but eventually be rescued. And the passage of time, like I said, was completely like you just didn't understand how much time was passing. Like there was no way to tell that that was 4 years when it suddenly showed him with the beard. It didn't say so, and then it's like later on, it's like it tells you, oh, it's been 4 years. 4 years ago, him and five pilots or whatever were all stranded. Were like the plane went down and everything, and now 4 years later, one of them miraculously returned and everything. Um, and it's like 4 years, and obviously you don't see everything he went through. Like you see him gathering the rope from that noose, and you even see the way he looks at it, but it's not actually said until near the end of the movie when he's already, gotten back home and all. It's not actually said that it was him who made it and tried to use it for himself. That the reason it was around that log was because he was testing it to hang himself, but that it wasn't going to work. And that's the only reason he went up there to get that, because at that point it could save his life instead of ending it, which is beautifully ironic. Like that is such a beautifully ironic move to put in there. Having a noose that he made literally to kill himself ending up being one of the things that saves his life in the end. Like that's insane. Um, it's it's just so well done. And you see while he's on the island that he's exceptionally smart. Like he is a smart dude. And you get that beforehand too. Like you see him running this FedEx facility and everything in Russia, and you see how smart he is. But then, like on the island, you see he's calculating everything, like how big the search radius would be and how he would be outside of it and all. And it's like you see how smart he is. So when you see him start to go crazy with the entire Wilson thing and start to like lose his mind, and it's like you understand that it's like, yeah, this is even someone as smart and well put together as him, it would be affected by this. And I like that at the end, he and Kelly did not get back together, even though there was kind of the hint that they both wanted it. Both of them knew it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair to her husband or her daughter at that point. And again, like I said during the reaction, there was really no right answer to that kind of thing. It's such an insane situation that it's like no matter which option is chosen, whether she stayed with her husband or got back together with him, it's like no matter which option would be chosen, it would end in heartbreak for someone, and it wouldn't be good. But honestly, I think it was the right choice out of the two bad choices. It was the best choice for her to stay with her husband for his sake and for their daughter's sake. I just don't think it would be fair to them to go back to Chuck at that point. It would be it would just, again, even if there's still love there between them, it just wouldn't be fair. And at the end, it kind of hints that maybe him and Bettina might get together. Because he's like trying to decide which direction to go, and at the end, he looks back towards her in her direction, having seen the angel wings on the back of her truck and realizing who she was because of that. And because of the package having the angel wings and everything. So it's kind of hinting that he might end up getting together with her. Which, you know what? Fair enough. You can tell by the sign she is clearly broken up with Dick. And also, I love that his name was Dick as well, because it's just very fitting. It's like we see that she was sending a package to him, and we see him in I can't think of what country it was right now. But we see him there. Was it in Russia? It might have been in Russia. But he was cheating on her. And it's just like, she clearly found out about that. Either that or he left her or something. Either way, he is gone. He is out of the picture. And so, yeah, it's like, they could end up working. But we don't have any confirmation of that. It's just the hope. And that's what a lot of this is about. Hope. On that island, stuff like that package, stuff like the pocket watch with her picture, with Kelly's picture in it, they give him hope. Wilson gives him hope. And at the end, when all his hope seems to be lost, even though he got back, he's lost pretty much everything. He gains some hope again at the possibility of finding new love. And I think that's beautiful, honestly. Obviously, Tom Hanks, like, owned this role. Every little thing, every little bit. Even when he's not talking for a good period of time and just making noises and stuff, he's like, his physical acting, his emotive acting is phenomenal. And then when he does start talking a lot more often on the island, it's like he sells every emotion that he's going through. And the reacclimation, which I am very glad that they included in here, because they didn't need to. They could have had him just being rescued and just left it there. But no, they decided to actually show the aftermath of that. And it was super well done. It never lost my attention and investment at all. At any point in this film. And it's just, this movie's from 2000. And it both feels older than that. Like, I genuinely actually thought this movie was older than that. But it also felt newer at the same time. Like, this movie doesn't feel like it's aged. You know what I mean? Like, it still works completely perfectly today. If this movie were released as it is today, even like with the, lesser quality cameras and stuff, I think it would still work exactly as well. It would do just as well, if not even better today, if it were released exactly as it is in theaters today. And at the same time, again, it does also at the same time feel old, but not dated, just older. It feels like a movie from like the early 90s. But at the same time, again, it doesn't feel dated at all. It's this weird paradox of like time period vibes that it gives. And that's fascinating to me. All the other actors besides Tom Hanks, by the way, did a great job as well. Every single one of them just really sold their roles perfectly. I had no issue with anyone's performance, not a single person's. There was not a single one who I felt like was phoning it in, or no matter how small of a role they had either. Everyone was giving it their all. It's astounding how good this was. Like, genuinely, how fucking good this movie was. It just blows me away. And honestly, I would honestly say it's probably Tom Hanks' best, at least that I've seen. I would probably say this is Tom Hanks' best movie. And again, I can't explain why it's so close to being perfect. But I can't explain why, but for some reason I just don't feel like it quite reaches that. Just barely under that. And again, that's not to discount it at all. It's just to say that it's like I just feel like it's just not quite there. Like it's like a grain of sand off. It's that fucking close. But it's like there is just something, and I don't know what. Maybe watching it more times will help. I wonder if any reactors I watch have reacted to it, like maybe Ashley, Ashley Burton, or Awkward Ashley, whatever you want to refer to her as. I think she has two channels, so I don't know which one offhand most of her content's on. But I wonder if she's put up a reaction to this, or anyone else I know. I would love to see reactions to this, though. But either way, I think that I think that this is definitely one of the best movies I've seen this year. Not the best, obviously, because we've had two ones that I literally consider perfect, but one of them. It's definitely up there for me. But I definitely want to watch it, like, even with just some reactions again, just to see if I can figure out, like, if there is any, like, little thing nagging at me. Um, though, in the meantime, I do want to say one thing, though. I am recording this, obviously, during the week. I'm recording it on Wednesday. But this is being uploaded for you guys on Saturday the 30th, which means that tomorrow for you is Halloween, or Halloween. Well, yes, but also no. It's October. Tomorrow is October 1st, and that means that tomorrow's reaction will be a horror movie, because I mentioned it in an update video, but all movie reactions that I put up during the month of October will be horror-based. Not just the Halloween special stuff, but all movie reactions. And that includes tomorrow's, because tomorrow is part of October. So get ready for some spooks for a month, because it's gonna be fun. But in the meantime, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this honestly masterpiece of a film? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.